We have new information tonight on a story we first brought you a week ago. We're learning tonight a deputy who was injured during a Dane County traffic stop was thrown an estimated 100 to 200 feet after losing grip on a suspect's vehicle. A criminal complaint says the deputy had pulled the vehicle over following reports of attempts to use counterfeit money. And when they told the suspects to get out, the car began to drive away. The deputy says they had grabbed the steering wheel and the door before being thrown off. 30-year-old Terrence and 29-year-old Cornelius Stewart were later arrested following a search after they fled the scene. Court records show the two face multiple charges, including forgery. Moore has since been released from jail after posting bond. Jail records show Stewart, who was allegedly behind the wheel during the incident, he remains locked up. Both are set to appear next month in court.